Ladies and gentlemen, Skyrim is back in town, or should I say back in the city. Bethesda just made everyone's day by finally revealing the long-awaited Elder Scrolls V Skyrim 4K remaster, subtitled The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. From now on, this will be referred to as Skyrim HD. Now, we don't have much to go off of at the moment. All we have is a teaser trailer and an announcement that it will be coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC in 2023. It's not clear if this remaster will come to the current generation consoles as well. In fact, it's odd that Bethesda didn't mention anything about Xbox One and PS4, considering how much those consoles have helped Skyrim's popularity over the years. But who knows? Maybe they will make the game available to those platforms as well. I'm sure some of you are also wondering about a potential Nintendo Switch port. Well, unfortunately, we won't be seeing that anytime soon, since the Bethesda Softworks account tweeted that this remaster won't be coming to any handheld devices. Of course, this remaster probably won't even be a thing if it wasn't for the success of the recent The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition. That was a re-release which added a bunch of new features, such as a completely revamped user interface, new quests, new enemies, new dungeons, fishing, and even a creation club. So if you haven't already, and especially if you haven't played Skyrim in a while, you might want to give that a shot. Skyrim HD is being developed by the people at Bethesda Game Studios, so you know it's in good hands. They were the ones behind the original game, after all. But they will be working alongside other studios too, like the people at Tango Gameworks, the developers of the Yakuza Like a Dragon remake. They will be helping out with the porting and the optimization. And last but certainly not least, the remaster will feature the critically acclaimed voice acting of Millie Bobby Brown, the young girl from Stranger Things, who has also been in Godzilla movies. But enough context. What does this all mean? Let's take a look at the teaser trailer and see what details we can gather from it. Starting off with the audio, we have a brand new main menu theme. Now, I don't think this piece alone is enough to tell whether or not the remaster is a faithful one, or if it's going to add some fresh ideas to the table. I do like the energy and the mood of it, though. It definitely sounds epic. As for the visuals, here is where things get really interesting. First of all, we can see that Bethesda is keeping things simple by sticking to the same exact engine that the 2011 original used. You can tell by the outdated-looking reflection and shadow mapping. These are two things that haven't really changed since the days of Morrowind. You know, Bethesda likes to keep things familiar to the point where it starts getting a bit outdated. This is the reason why I think that Skyrim HD is not going to be a faithful remaster like what we got with the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. The devs are probably just going to focus on the lighting, textures, and possibly some motion blur, and that's about it. Don't expect a complete overhaul of the graphics and gameplay. Moving on, we can also see from the visuals that this isn't just another re-release with some fancy graphics. There seems to be some new stuff here. For example, there's a brand new Imperial Legion uniform that looks way more realistic than the old one. We can also notice some new environments like this abandoned house and these snowy mountains. Is this a brand new location, or is this just a remastered version of one of the existing holds? Who knows? At this point, I don't think anyone knows anything about the specifics of this game, so all we can do is speculate. Here's something else I noticed. It seems like the Dragonborn might actually get a new look. Not only is the character model more detailed than before, but the Dragonborn also seems to be wearing different armor and also has a slightly different hairstyle. Now that you mention it, it also seems like the face shape is a bit different too. Could this be a brand new character model, or is it just the vanilla one that's been updated to the latest graphics? Personally, I'm hoping that we will get a brand new character model that allows us to choose our own face shape. That would be pretty cool. Oh, I'm also liking the new sword design. It looks a lot more detailed than the original one. Another interesting detail I noticed is that Mike the Liar is nowhere to be seen in the trailer. This could be because Bethesda wanted to avoid major spoilers for those who haven't played the game yet, but I highly doubt that. There is a chance that they just removed him because they thought he looked too goofy and didn't fit the new graphics. I mean, he always did look a bit weird even in the original Skyrim. Remember that scene when you meet him for the first time and he just randomly appears inside your house? It's very bizarre. Maybe we won't have to deal with his weirdness anymore? Who knows? One last thing I noticed is that the trailer's footage seems to be taken directly from the game. Usually game trailers use in-game footage as a basis for their visuals, but sometimes they use CGI instead, especially for the cinematic scenes. This remaster is being developed from the ground up, which means that the devs most likely had to start from scratch. If this remaster wasn't being developed from the ground up, then it would be called a remake instead of a remaster. So the fact that the trailer uses actual in-game footage tells me that the game is well into development. So that's all I have to talk about for now. The only other thing I can really comment on is the announcement date itself. Why did Bethesda announce the game now, and why did they release the trailer during the Halloween weekend? Well, I have a theory. November is right around the corner, and that means that The Elder Scrolls Online will be releasing its next chapter very soon. Every year in November, ESO releases a brand new chapter with a bunch of new content. Last year it was the Blackwood chapter, and the year before that it was the Stone Song chapter. I think you get the idea. Well, every November launch, Bethesda tends to tease the newest chapter with an announcement trailer, and this year's no different. The announcement came out on October. Next month, we will most likely get a proper trailer for the new chapter, and since Skyrim is still the most popular game in the world, especially among the younger audience, what better way to promote ESO than by teasing it alongside Skyrim's remaster? Of course, this is just a theory. Who knows? Maybe Bethesda just wanted to announce the game because they knew it would make everyone happy. If you guys are excited for Skyrim HD, leave a like, rating, comment below to let me know. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for updates. And if you want to help support the channel, consider becoming a member. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.